Question. Do you have a cup of tea at hand like I do? Steve's got something to drink too.
I do.
Back in a second. Hey, Steve. Thanks so much for coming by and stopping by and having a cup of tea with me. How you doing today, Steve?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you? Listen, Steve and I are going to play an interesting game today, and all of you are invited. And it has to do kind of sort of with frugality, because we love to cut corners, sometimes maybe too many corners, and maybe do it yourself things that maybe we shouldn't be doing ourselves. But this game is a lot of fun. I'm going to call it the Would You game. I'm going to ask Steve a bunch of questions. Would he? Let's all presume and pretend that we're all able-bodied physical people that could do anything that we want. We could do them. So that's how it starts off. But the question is, would we do them? All right, Steve, all you have to do is answer yes and no, and everybody else too. Okay, let's go. Question 1, Steve, would you cut your own hair? Yes or no?
No, I attempted that one time. No.
Okay, so we'll just go with the one-word answer, and then we'll come back to the explanation. 2, would you do your own laundry? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, 3, would you paint your own house or apartment? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Would you ever brush a dog's teeth?
No.
Okay. Would you ever eat cold pizza for breakfast?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Would you ever clean out a dirty septic tank?
No.
Yes or no? Okay. Would you ever plan a no spend money week? Not day, not weekend, but whole entire week where you don't spend a dime? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever not check the mail for over a week?
Yes.
Okay. Would you ever, now this has nothing to do with frugality. This, I'm just curious. If you were able to, or if I was able to, would you ever go swimming in the ocean in the middle of winter?
No.
Okay. Would you ever bake a birthday cake for someone else from scratch?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So these are just the simple questions, and we're going to go back now for the explanation of the answer. So you were about to mention like the entire answer of the would you cut your own hair? And your answer was?
No, I wouldn't. I started to go into it, but you said no. But let's see. Yes, I attempted it maybe 3 years ago. I attempted trying to cut my own hair. It's not hard to do. You can do it if you have the right. But I don't recommend it. It's better to have somebody above you doing it. That way they're looking down upon you and know how to. If it's you yourself, you would have to have a mirror here and a mirror there and a mirror. It's too confusing, but
Okay.
And I opted not to do it again after that.
And remember, there are no wrong answers whatsoever. I see a couple of comments. I'll get to them later. And nice to see you. By the way, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, if you're a veteran, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're just passing by, hello. Hope you stick around. Okay. Would you do your own laundry?
Sure. I do that anyway.
Okay.
But I do realize you have people, under certain circumstances, maybe too busy of a schedule or don't have time. They have to send it out. They have no other recourse, or they don't have a washer and a dryer. There's certain reasons why you would send. But in my case, like where I'm at, I most certainly, even when I lived wherever else I lived, I most certainly did and do my own laundry. Yes.
Okay. And would you paint your own house or apartment?
No. And the only thing I've ever done, if I can mention, I had a good friend of mine I've lost touch with. His uncle also lived in the same subdivision that I did. And I went down to visit them. Very nice people. And the paints that he would go and buy at the store is not one that you would get off the shelf. He would go to the store and buy paints that people brought back.
Oh, how smart was that?
It wasn't always an exact color. It was like 2 or 3 colors mixed together where you do like a paint match.
Yes.
Sometimes the paint didn't match good enough that they had no other recourse but to take it back. So and when you buy paint like that, you get a discount.
It probably was a nice discount, I would imagine.
Where you would pay like, I don't remember exactly how much a can of, or Behr paint or, whatever brand paints that you have out there. Sherwin-Williams comes to mind. But he was getting paint like half, 65% off what you would normally pay. And he showed me what to do. You put tape and you paint here and you paint there and you get the roller and that's it. I had to do a wall in my bedroom. The paint didn't match, but it was very, very close. And the home inspector of the person that was going to help sell my house or the house, he detected that very slight difference. I mean, the normal eye couldn't catch it, but he caught it. And that's the only painting that I've ever done. I would rather just leave that to the professionals that knows what they're doing. Yes.
Absolutely. Just 1 second over to the comments. Good morning, Wanda. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Diva Mama. Good morning, Patty from the Life with Patty channel. Check out her channel. Okay, nice to see everybody today.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Absolutely. So, Steve, would you ever eat cold pizza for breakfast? Ice cold pizza, breakfast.
I did it. Yeah, I ate a piece of pizza about an hour ago.
Anybody out there watching, have you ever eaten cold pizza for breakfast? You had that today?
Yeah.
Cool. I've done it. Love it. It actually tastes better sometimes.
Because the flavors marry. That's why. Overnight.
That's got to be it. It's got to be it. All right. Would you ever brush a pet dog's teeth? I wouldn't.
Good luck with that unless you want to get bit.
I'd be petrified that the animal would get annoyed and go, that's really the reason. So for me personally, can't do it. Anybody out there, will you ever brush your pet dog's teeth?
But you know what? A majority of the time expect to get bit by the dog. But I have seen, I have seen where a couple people was able to attempt to get in there with their doggy. But no, just stick with a Milk-Bone dog treat. Milk-Bone and certain dog treats like that. That's what's made to clean. That's like brushing. That's what you give a dog. It'll clean their teeth automatically. That's what it's for.
So, Steve, we're getting a mixed bag of reaction about no cold pizza. Yes, cold pizza. Hey, look who's here also, Sharon.
Sharon, good morning.
Sharon. Oh,
okay.
She says yes.
Okay, so I'm looking at Patty's response. So I'm not completely Greek of the subject. She does say, oh, if the dog is used to it, they're fine. So yeah, I guess it depends on the dog itself.
No, your answer makes a lot of sense, because if that dog is not used to you acting with that dog in that manner, because I had a dog for like 13 years and I never was the person that would be brushing that dog's teeth. Not happening.
No.
Okay. So would you ever plan to spend a no-spend week? Now, I know our wonderful viewers, this is interesting. I got to hear this from you guys. Would anybody out there have no issue planning to spend a no-spend week, not day, not weekend, entire 7 days straight? Oh boy, that sounds like a challenge.
How is it a challenge? I've done it.
No, for some people,
Oh,
I've
for
done it
some,
too.
okay.
I'm just guessing. Good morning, Michigan lady. Oh, okay. Gina says she can't even touch an animal. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Hey,
Some,
listen, we all come from different things. Like there's some animals I'll touch, and there's some I'm a little squeamish with. I admit, totally admit. Um, would you ever not check the mail for a week? Now, I'm not saying would you ever not retrieve the mail, but would you ever just throw the mail in the corner and just let it go at that for an entire week? Anybody out there do it inadvertently?
if I may, I have done that. I don't do it anymore because think about something. If you get a letter, I mean, or something comes in, and you're given a certain amount of time window, and you let that piece of mail sit there unopened, it's actually more detrimental or worse on you if you don't look at it earlier.
Agreed.
So, I mean, I've done it, but no, normally if I look at a piece of mail or get mail, I'll wait at most I'll wait a couple of days before I look at it, but not a week. I used to, but not anymore, but that's been years back.
Anybody out there, including Steve, would you ever go swimming in the ocean in the middle of the winter? Got any polar bears out here? I, for one, would not for too many reasons. I'm not a fan of extreme cold. The whole idea is just crazy for me personally, but I don't mind watching other people do it. How about you?
No, I would not either. I mean, if maybe perhaps you've seen it on television where people are at the beach, they're in bathing suits, and it's the middle of winter, and they're jumping in the ocean and they swim. Perhaps you've seen it.
Yes, the Polar Bear Club, for real. That's an organization that really does this.
I would never do that. I don't particularly care for the ocean anymore. You know the story as to why. When I was 13, I'm not going to mention it now.
Oh, yeah.
And that day is approaching next month for me.
Yes, yeah.
But when you're in the water at the ocean and you're in almost in shark territory, and that's another reason why I don't like to swim in the ocean. And the tide takes you out, or the current, that changes your life. And when you just about drown, no.
Yeah, no.
Unless I can see what's down below me, like in a pool, the answer is no.
Gina gave a great answer. She said she can't swim.
Can't swim. Oh, well, that's okay.
That's a valid one. But I'm telling you, but we're all pretended we could do everything that we could do. Would you ever bake a birthday cake for someone else? Anybody out there have done that for someone else?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Are you kidding? To me, that's like totally fun.
Well, I've actually got two instances. I've baked a cake for somebody, and I've also baked a cake for Thanksgiving. So I've done both sides.
Ah, okay.
And one of the cakes that I made for Thanksgiving has been discussed on your channel in the past.
Okay.
Yeah. You would have to refer back. Unfortunately, due to the name of the cake, I'm not able to. I got it from Paula Dean, but the correct title of this cake, and I'm going to give it away like this. You can always search it back. Maybe some people might know where I'm going with this. I consider it to be a pineapple vanilla cake. Because what you're doing is you bake the cake.
And that recipe you contributed about a year ago as the channel contributor that you are, contributor. And that recipe, I'm almost positive, came up on a Recipe Tuesday show.
It did. I was about to mention what it consisted of. So you bake the cake, you poke holes in the cake, you get your crushed pineapple, lay across the top, vanilla pudding, although I make my own custard. It's not that hard. And then you put that over the top. I make my own whipped cream. And then you just garnish it with toasted coconut. I'm not going to say what it is, I got it from Paula Deen, but most people, if you use your imagination, you know what it is. I've also seen a chocolate variation of it, but I've never made it. I've had it.
The title starts off as better than. You
I'm not-
guys fill in the blank, not us.
That's it.
All right, Steve, why wouldn't you want to clean out a septic tank by yourself? Anybody out there ever clean out a septic tank on your own? Do it yourself to save money. Anybody ever do that on your own? Do it yourself or watching? God bless you. God keep you. It would never be me. Steve, this is an interesting question. And I forgot to ask you this. I skipped over it by accident. This is for any video content creator. So if you're a video content creator, give a listen to this one, okay? Would you ever redo an entire video because of one tiny verbal mistake?
Oh. I like that. I like that question.
Hey, Patty, you're watching. You're a video content creator. Would you let the thing air, or would you just, go back and, spend another hour editing? I have my answer, and I could prove that I let it go. But the really answer is it depends, okay? Yesterday, I said that today, it was May 2020. When I replayed it, I almost had a heart attack. I said 2020. I said, well, how much caffeine do you need, Janet? So make a long story short, I did not go back and do it. Instead, I wrote in the pinned comments that I pointed out my boo-boo, but I was not going to go back and spend another hour doing that because the rest of the video, my points were made. I think they were made clearly. Oh, wait, before I forget, thank you so much for loving my biscottis, because that went to like almost 2,500 views. Thank you so much. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, a biscotti would go great with your tea. It's sort of a biscuit. It's sort of a scone. And yes, you make it with pancake mix. And yes, I will link it up in the description box. What does Patty have to say? You would let it there. Good.
On your question that you just left out, no, I agree with Cynthia. Wanda happened to catch it. Things like that. It really depends on what you said. Now, if some little profane or some profanity word comes out, YouTube is going to catch it because you're not allowed. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I've watched some people who are YouTube channel people with thousands and thousands of subscribers, and I see the F-bomb get thrown around like it's nothing.
Well, I have never, thank God, I don't do that. It's just not something I would do.
You know what, though? I'm going to say this. If you mess up, so what? Let's go back to television for a minute. I would hate to tell you how many times on TV people mess up. I know a prime TV show that was done on one take, and what you saw is what you saw. Think of how many times they screwed up on the Carol Burnett show. What you saw is what you saw. If a word or something got dropped in there, they didn't go back and redo it. They just went with it.
Wanda caught my mistake. So, of course, before I upload the thing to YouTube, I have to review it, right? It's like sort of like checking your own homework kind of thing. I'm like, 2020? Janet, you did not. But I did. Definitely needed. Okay, so Wanda Hutchins, she caught the mistake.
Yeah, I caught the mistake.
All right, we have very little time left, but I do want to ask you a question, Steve. Would you like to give a little update about how you progressing, how you're feeling?
Yeah, I mean, because you probably have a different set of people here this time, because we had just did an update a few days back. But well, sure. To those that haven't heard, I am walking around. The other video that was seen of me 2.5, 3 weeks back, where I was wearing a navy blue shirt, I was probably in the 40 percentile range. I had gotten up and went back here and grabbed something off the bed. Well,
Right.
since then, I'm able to walk around. I can't do it very much. I just wanted to test myself. I lifted my right leg up like a pelican or a flamingo would and set it back down a couple seconds. And I did my right one or left, whatever it is, and set it back down 2-3 seconds. So I'm able to do that. I'm able to bend down and pick up something off the floor. So if I had to give myself a percentile rating, I'm probably somewhere in the 65 percentile. So I'm coming along. I do have, like I said, my muscles and my legs, they are sore. Like today I have a little bit, it's a little bit in the knee, slightly a little in the upper right leg. But, it has to do, and it's because, and I've been told, from a friend of mine and another friend as well, that my body is recognizing these muscles that hadn't been used in a while. So that's why I'm feeling it.
Right.
But I'm coming along. Like I said, I'm probably in the 60-ish.
Well, we're all happy for your progress. Steve, is there anything else that you'd like to add? Or anyone else, would you like to add anything before we go?
No, not really.
Very nice.
Well,
very nice.
The only thing, if you don't mind me saying, is, again, I do have, if I may, I have my own YouTube channel as well. I want to get.
I was about to mention it.
I may consider one day this week. I need to put up a small 5, 6, 7-minute video, and I'm going to do it. I'll go ahead and tell you guys what it is, and if you guys want to tune in, my name is Steve, capital S-T-E. Well, you had it down here, but it's not there at the moment.
Oh, no, you know what? The lower third's covered up, so I have to raise it.
Okay, but the way that you saw my name written here is how you would find my channel. But I'm going to be doing a product comparison. It was something that I had picked up at a wholesale club. Mm-hmm. And it has to do with yogurt. I don't know how many of you guys out there are a fan of yogurt or lactose intolerant or whatnot. But I really like this particular product that I found. But I don't really want to say any more than that. But this product really amazes me, and I'm going to do a small review on it. Maybe others don't know about it.
Good.
But I don't know what day I'm going to do it on. It could be later today. It could be tomorrow. It could be the day after, but look for it. Like I said, it's not going to be a real long video, but it's been about a month since I've put something up, considering, the position that I've been in that I didn't ask for. And that's it. I'm good.
I'm interested why I'm not seeing, maybe because I have a comment up. Maybe if I take out the comment take your little comment out there, Kathy. I want to see why our names aren't showing on it, but we'll work that out in the future. Hey, listen, Steve, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope you had fun. I'm looking at all the comments of, yeah, I saw that, Jan. Yeah, I saw that, Jan. Mm-hmm. I had a cow when I saw that. A cow. Like, what? Caffeine. Got to quit the decaf. In the morning, got to have caffeine. Listen, thanks for stopping by. Which should have been 15 minutes, went on about a little over that. But thank you so much for your time. We love you guys. Come back for the next show, and we really appreciate you. Do it yourself is not always the greatest thing to do, but we had fun. Thanks again. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for the kind words, everyone.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for being here, everybody.